What up, y'all? Chargers Truth are coming to you Sunday, June 8th, middle of the offseason. Not much going on, but I'm just here to give you an update. I haven't really been making that many videos just because I don't really have that much to complain about. I think this team has been doing very well in this offseason. Made a bunch of moves. A lot of them were like kind of under the radar, nothing too flashy or anything like that. But I'm going to just go over some little topics like offseason update in general, the best move, overall feeling, schedule, and some questions regarding this team going into the 2025 season, second year under Jim Harbaugh. Here I am drinking a smoothie, trying to be healthy and stuff, and a shot of vodka just to loosen up, bring some interesting takes or something like that. I don't know. All right. So like I said, I'm not really uploading that many videos just because, as I said, I really don't have that much stuff to complain about. I feel like this organization is doing exactly what I want them to do. Invest in running back, invest in size, strength, physicality, and aggression, get depth, spread the money out thinner. They're doing like everything I've ever asked for them to do pretty much under Tom Telesco. That is the reason I created this account, to pretty much complain and try and get Telesco fired. I thought he was horrible, did the team building absolutely the worst way possible, disrespecting your running backs. And if you look at what Harbaugh has done just this offseason, we signed Najee Harris, which is a bona fide, obvious starting running back, and then he doubled down and got a first-round running back, Omarion Hampton. Just incredible work. I cannot be happier with that. Let me move that over a little bit. It's like doing things. Hold up 1 second. He's doing things that I would definitely do if I was running this team. I would definitely invest in a running back, in multiple running backs actually, to take the pressure off of Justin Herbert. The keys to football, I've always said, is run the ball, stop the run. Everything else will solve itself as long as you have a good quarterback. First thing, obviously, you got to get the quarterback. We know what we got in Justin Herbert. He's a great player, but you got to take that pressure off of him. So very happy with everything this team has been doing. They signed a bunch of dudes. They signed Mekhi Becton, this giant guard. Very happy about that. This guy's going to be a beast in the freaking trenches. Size, strength, physicality, aggression. I say it in every single video. They got Conklin, the tight end, that's going to – he's still a filler in. We're still waiting to see who, we can get to, like a star tight end like Antonio Gates like we used to have. But you cannot – Rome wasn't built in one day, and this is, Harbaugh's had one off season, I guess 2 off seasons now, but still a lot of work to be done on this team. So my favorite move that we've done all offseason, if you were to ask me what was your favorite move this offseason, I would say definitely drafting Omarion Hampton, the rookie running back, first round. We need a star in the backfield, and to pair him with a Najee Harris, to pair him with some other guys we got. Definitely my favorite move this offseason. Get that run game going. Take the pressure off Herbert. I'm going to keep harping on that every single video. I'm going to keep saying that. So, cheers to that. My overall feelings regarding this team, I am excited for this season. I expect a good season. We just went 11-6. I expect another 11-6 season, but we want a playoff win. We've been starved for a playoff win. Justin Herbert has still never won a playoff game. We've been making excuses for him. And we know he's a great player. The team has just not been good enough around him, but that's just an excuse. We need to finally stop making excuses and just get the results. And I believe everything is in place. Again, I'm going to talk about receivers. I will get there. Of course, the mainstreamers have probably already harped on this issue for years and years and years and years and years. Probably just yesterday, still talking about receivers. And yes, it is a big question mark. It's a big deal. But guys, this is not flag football. If you're looking at stats, if you're looking at fantasy football, you're gonna see that, of course, the receiving yards, the touchdowns, the passing touchdowns, and all that stuff. But guys, this is football. This is a brutal game. It's a brutal game, and these details fall through the cracks. If you have never played football, you wouldn't understand, but this is a game where you go into every game with butterflies, with fear, with anxiety. There's guys that are trying to kill you on the field, so you have to be bullies. You have to be strong. You have to be physical. If you're not laying the hits, you're taking the hits, and you don't want to be the team that's taking hits. You do not. That's a failure right there. If you're the one that's consistently taking the hits, you need to be the team that is laying the hits, that's giving the hits, that's the bullies that people are scared of. You want to be the team that teams are scared of. And in the past, the Chargers have never been like that. Nobody's scared of the Chargers, Nobody's really scared. We've been a flag football offense ever since LT, and we need to change. We need to be scary. We need to be physical. Think about the teams in the NFL that you fear. The Ravens, the Steelers, who else? I don't know, the 49ers, hitters. And these guys are successful because they have hitters and they have physicality. They strike fear in people, and that's exactly how you build a team. And so, again, this is not flag football. It's not all about the pass game, the pass defense. It's about the trenches. It's about the physicality. It's about the size that your team has. And I think that this team is really going in the right way, in the right direction. Like I said in the beginning, I do not have much to complain about regarding this team. I think Harbaugh knows what he's doing. He's clearly has invested in the depth, in the size, in the physicality, bringing back Denzel Perryman, bringing in Mekhi Becton, this huge dude, bringing in a bunch of dudes. He brought in like multiple defensive tackles, drafted a third-round defensive tackle. In my last mock draft, I went receiver, running back, defensive tackle, or something like that. And in what actually happened, Harbaugh he just went running back, receiver, defensive tackle. So he drafted the same three positions, just in different orders. So they think like me, and I am so happy about that. So again, going to these biggest questions regarding this team, Harbaugh and Greg Roman, a lot of people are against him, but I have full faith in these guys. Again, this is not flag football. You need to be physical. You need to run the ball. Without that, Justin Herbert is going to get clobbered. And think about it. When you have a star running back and a star quarterback, they're not just keying on either one of these guys. It's like the defense doesn't know what to expect, and that's exactly what you want out of your team. So I have full faith in these guys. Harbaugh and Roman are the guys to run this team. The run game is going to be there. Najee Harris smashing, Hampton smashing. We got some other dudes backing them up. Very happy about that. The biggest question is going to be the receiver. Who do we have at receiver? So we have McConkey. He's a smaller dude. He's not the ideal star Randy Moss receiver, but this dude is a beast. He's a great receiver, but you want someone to be that true number one, because nobody really sees McConkey as that number one that Keenan Allen was. But that's why we drafted this guy, Trey Harris, on the second round out of Ole Miss, I believe. And we're happy about that. He has some, we haven't seen him yet. Very excited to see this guy. This is the biggest question mark of this offseason, I believe, is Trey Harris. Is he really going to be that number one receiver? He's big, he's strong, he's got good hands. And obviously, we know what we've seen with Quentin Johnson. That's a big question mark. It's been a question mark forever. But you know what? In my opinion, after I saw that playoff game against the Texans, Herbert throwing it to Quentin Johnson saying, please help me out, make a fucking play. Quentin Johnson did nothing. He did absolutely nothing for this team. Quentin Johnson, I think he should get cut, to be honest. Trade him for whatever you can get, but you cannot have guys that are unreliable on your team when it comes down to it. When you're in the playoffs, it's one and done. It's one and done. Gotta let go of Quentin Johnson. That's obviously what Jim Harbaugh was thinking too, and I think a lot of people were thinking too. That's why we drafted Trey Harris in the second round, because we cannot count on Quentin Johnston. This dude, unfortunately, he's just not a stud. I don't even know what to say about it. He has catching issues. He won't go for the ball. He had 8 touchdowns, which is great. So maybe we keep him as a receiver 4 or something like that. I don't know. Run him on short routes every single game, every single play, drag routes maybe. But when the game's on the line, I take it back. I don't want to cut him, but we need somebody that is actually reliable, and I don't think Quentin Johnson is reliable. I would. You know what? I don't have a full opinion on this, actually. Now that I think about it, let him stay, let him stick around. That truly is the biggest question mark. If I was Jim Harbaugh right now, I would let him stay on the team. I would see what he's got. I would play him the full preseason, but when the moment comes, when the big moment comes, I would not have him on the field. Actually, I would not. I would at least not have him be the first option. It's a very tough question. I might have him on the field, but I would not have him be the first option. You're not looking to him first read when the game's on the line in the playoffs, because we just saw what happened and we got scraped by the Texans. Is Herbert the real deal? I mean, that's another question. We haven't seen that yet. I have full faith in Justin Herbert. We're waiting to see him emerge. What is this, his 4th year, his 5th year? I think he's going to his 5th year or something like that. 0 playoff wins, 2 playoff appearances. But it's time. It's time for Herbert to really become the great that we see in him, or not, So realistic expectations, I see us winning 11-6, going 11-6, winning 11 games again, and winning 1 playoff game. It's so incredibly hard to say, but I'll say it. See us going 1 playoff game win, 11-6, and building again next offseason. So that's really all I got to say to you guys. Chargers Truther. I'm still here. I'm still around. I have less of a purpose now because the team is doing what I like to see them do. I support everything. I support all these moves. I'm not complaining anymore. I'm complaining about the complainers, which is kind of weird, but it is what it is. So let me chug this. This smoothie is mixed berries, banana, and spinach. A whole lot of spinach in this. I don't know why. Just try and get my nutrients or something like that. But I don't put nothing extra. 3 ingredients. Cheers. And water. 4 ingredients. Some ungrinded berries. And it is what it is, guys. It's a very boring offseason after the draft. Waiting for the preseason to start. And I'm going to go to the preseason game versus the 49ers. I live in the Bay Area, NorCal. I'll be there. Hit me up if you guys are going to be there. I'll meet up with you gladly. And that's about it. Thank you.